of the different types, the origins of the different turquoises.
You know, what's amazing with this, and this has a really interesting story, and I think I'd mentioned this to people before, you know, like a few years back, about 10 years ago, we get a lot, how I find a lot of my turquoise, believe it or not, is we have friends that are geologists, okay? And they're not out for turquoise companies. It doesn't exist. There's not turquoise companies out sending a geologist out to look for turquoise. It's just, that's not real. There are geologists that make their living, and what they do is they go out and they're looking for copper. They're looking for gold. They're looking for silver, palladium. They're looking for chromium, nickel, whatever, trace element, you know. Then they work for these huge mining companies, and that's what they do. And they literally travel the world. And we had one of these people that we've known for a long time, and they were working the Gobi Desert. Wow. And they were the first ones that actually alerted us to this. And here's the key thing, okay? When you find turquoise, you have to have copper. Okay. It's one of the main ingredients of the 27 ingredients and elements that make up turquoise. That's why turquoise is what they call a secondary replacement. What makes turquoise so valuable is you don't find it worldwide. Right. So you could have, if you find turquoise, you know you have to have copper. Now, you don't know how much copper is there, but you know that copper has to be majorly present for turquoise to form. You could have the absolute biggest copper mine in the world, and I can name two of them, that have zero turquoise. So you could have the biggest copper mine in the world and not have any turquoise. It doesn't mean there's turquoise, right? But you cannot have turquoise and not have copper. And the reason I'm telling you this little tale is that we knew about this. We were buying the turquoise when they were mining the turquoise. Now this is a huge open pit copper mine. Oh, wow. And it took them, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars just to build the infrastructure. It's in the Gobi Desert. Right. We're getting turquoise, and we only get mine select. Now, they are not mining this turquoise per se. Okay. We kind of have a side thing going on where we're able to get it. It's not like they're going in there and they're bringing out tonnage. They're not bringing out 10 or 20 or 30 tons or 40 tons or whatever of turquoise. They are mining copper, and that's what they're mining. And that's their primary interest. What's really interesting about this property, about 5 years ago, while they were mining the copper, they found gold. Oh. They started, this is the only mine that I've been to where they actually have a huge open pit mine, and they have a shaft mine that they're actually mining, which they're getting copper and gold out of. Well, so lucky there. I'm sure that there's turquoise down there too. But the turquoise that we're getting now, this turquoise came from the open pit turquoise mine. But this is highly collectible. Not everybody, I can't say I have an exclusive on this because I cannot control the market on it. Right. But I've never seen, I don't see a lot of people that have it. And usually when they do have it, all goes to Europe. Okay, well, there you go. Those Europeans, AJ. Well, then go to Britain. It goes to your German friends. Your German and your French. It's a touchy subject, actually, Jay. I don't want to get in on, especially now, and ruin your day. I'm opening up a whole can of worms, actually. What am I doing here? Thank you for your orders on Turquoise Hill. We'll let you know when that's officially gone. We are about 15, 20 minutes away from the amazing apatite necklace that you have to see. We have to spend some time here, and I know for many of you who are followers of Jay and you love to hear the stories, you know, these are pieces that are here, they come today and they go tomorrow. And even though sometimes we're able to offer wait lists, we can't always fulfill those orders. This is something that sterling silver, jasper jewelry, beautiful Amazonite cuff as well, which we'll get into because you get the best of both worlds there. Jay, this is brand new. It's the first airing happening right now. It's the first airing, but I want you to fill this, okay? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Let me show with this as well. All right. So we're calling this jasper, and we're calling it for the GIA reasons, okay, with this, but it's actually a form of petersite, okay? And some of it's chatoyant, some of it's not, but it's a form of petersite. So it's a very, very, very fancy jasper. It's kind of jasper that you'd want to hang around with because they always had a lot of money, right? The highfalutin jasper. Highfalutin jaspers, the ones that always, you know, they're going to pick up the check when you go to dinner, right? They're going to take you to places because mom and dad gave them a lot of money, right? So if you look at it, you can actually see kind of some of the chatoyancy in this material. But this material is so dense, it's unbelievable. So this is a brand new mine find, and we're just launching this now, this material. And I was looking at things to pair with this. I paired this with turquoise at first. And then I paired it with I actually did a yellow sapphire, a lot of different things I paired this with, but I have to tell you, when I got to the Peruvian Amazonite, it just seemed like they just kind of...
It was right.
Yeah, it was
clicked.
right. They just fit. It clicked. It felt good, you know, and I thought, God, that's really a unique look. It's very different. But here again, this is what I do, and this is what keeps my life fun, right? Is actually finding things like this that you'd never think about. And of course, I thought, you know, at first when I got it, and I first saw the rough material, I knew it wasn't a tiger's eye.
Yep.
And I knew it wasn't, I never would have thought it was, I would have never called it a jasper.
Right.
I thought it might be a form of hematite because it's so heavy and so dense. If I could hand this is a specimen. If I could hand this through the TV to you, like this, and I handed it to you, you would go...
Your hand would drop. It's true. It's true.
And then you would go like that, because that's exactly what I did. When they handed it to me, you know, they just handed me the rough, and then I went like that. They handed it, I got it, and I went, holy crap. Yeah. And then, you know, and then you start looking at it, and then you start playing with it. It's very, very dense. It's very, very hard. It takes an amazing polish, but it is a form of petersite, but it's, for GIA, we're calling it jasper. It's a jasper, but it's an extremely, extremely, extremely rare and hard jasper. It's almost like Brockman or something like that. That would be something that's collectible and rare. It's not Brockman. I'm just giving you a kind of something you could compare it to. It would be like having a very, very, very high-end rare jasper, not like an every ordinary common jasper.
It's an extraordinary jasper.
It's very extra and very unordinary.
As you said, Jay, it's the jasper you'd want to be.
It's the jasper you'd want to hang around with.
The one you'd aspire.
If you aspire to hang around with.
Thank you for your orders. Brand new mine find. It's right there, folks, for the taking, the final few dozen. And of course, as many of you know, it is coming in now 43 minutes. All will be revealed. 43 minutes, that's not a long time. Whatever you do, don't miss it. You can't miss it. What would Jay have chosen as the final item of the decade? What could it possibly be? How special could it be? What would he have done? We'll reveal it in 43 minutes. Okay, first we need to go here because this is brand new. This is pre-sold a lot online at hsn.com. Again, same beautiful, gorgeous combinations that we're looking at. Jay, I don't think people realize, per se, that in terms of you growing up in this business, in terms of how you started this business, you've learned to understand every aspect, the sourcing, the designing, you literally can do it all, and I think that's part of the success.
Well, I think so. You know, and funny enough, just like anything, you know, what's really amusing about this, I started out to be a veterinarian.
Now, I had forgotten about that. Now, what happened to that dream?
I was making jewelry and you know, and then it just got carried away, you know. But since I was little, you know, even as a kid, I've always had an affinity for, they have a name for it in America. They're called rock hounds.
Rock hounds,
right.
Okay.
It's actually a name. And my mom, literally, I mean, we'd go out and I never came back. I always had a collection. My pockets were always full of rocks. And I just can't, I do it to this day, you know? And you just have such, I don't know, and I'm not the only one. There are people out there watching right now, admit it. Even if you'll admit you're a rock, there's a lot of them that are closet rock hounds. You know, they know that they love it. You just, I don't know, you just have an affinity for it. I have to tell you, it's just so incredible the way my life life changes and turned around, because I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing. But it really, for really the kind of person I am and everything, it incorporates all the things that I really have affinity for and true love for, and bring it by. You know, like I said, I've never considered this a job, right? And I get up every morning, I have to tell you, and there are some mornings in a lot of the places I go and stuff, I'm not saying I don't have bad days, and you're just going, oh my gosh, why am I here? But then later on, and you think about it, and you get away, and then you go, I lived through that, and God, that's funny now. Now you can tell, you know, and I tell these stories, everybody just like roll. I mean, they just can't believe. But it's just fun, you know, not just the materials, but the people you get to meet, the things you get to experience. It's just incredible. And just like this, you know, like, this material. I found this totally by accident. I was on the Peter site. I was just on my way. I was on my way to a turquoise mine,
really?
And I was hanging out, and somebody just happened to be there, and came in the room, and we're talking,
yeah.
And they handed us. They said, "Well, what do you think about this?" Is something that they just found, and they were actually mining turquoise when they found this. So it's really funny, and I can remember exactly where it was. A lot of times I can even remember what we were eating or what we were doing. Do you see that? Okay, this is really cool how you're doing that.
Great shot.
Do you see where you can see the chatoyance in that?
Yes.
See how it gleams and glows?
Yes.
See how it's not just one color, like it's a myriad color? So normally, when you see Peter's site, like you see it in Namibia, places like that, where this is a very unique material. It has so much character to it. But each piece that you got, every necklace that you get, every pendant, every ring, every earring, every cuff, there are no two of these that are going to be totally identical. They're all going to have their own little bit of character. They're all going to be equally different in their own right.
Thank you for your orders.
I just love this. This is truly gallery. This is gallery, guys.
And Jay, to kind of sum up, it's like you're living an adventure. I mean, it seems like every day is an adventure, right, with what you do? Yeah. Unpredictable.
Well, actually, I've gotten used to it, but yeah, to tell you the truth, you get addicted to it. I don't know.
You could ever leave it behind?
I really don't know if I could. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get up every morning, I'm jazzed. I can't wait to get going,
Well, you know what gets me going, Jay? Don't answer that. This is what gets me going. In my hand is Jay's #1 selling necklace of 2019. We are going to be offering it at this day only. Now, producer Rick, how many minutes away would you say this is? Maybe 15 or 20? 15 minutes away. If you didn't buy this, you've got to get it this time. And Jay, this was a world launch for you.
This is a world launch. This is the last of the last. This material doesn't even remain. This is like glow in the dark, okay? Oh. Glow in the dark apatite is the most amazing apatite. It's like almost electric. It's like almost, I tell you what, it's as nicer than neon apatite. It has this stunning, iridescent natural blue. There you go, and you're seeing this. When you see this when you see this in real life and you see it in natural life, this talks to you, it sparkles. This is really rare. I decided to do this. They did this price. I mean, this is incredible.
$99.
Now, this is it. There is no more of this material, okay? They have no more of this material. They haven't found any more of this material. There was one stope that we did this. Of all the apatites I've ever done, this is so special. And they said, of everything that we're doing, we looked at this and they said, what would your pick be? And this is it. I mean, this is probably, this even beats neon apatite. And I have a big affinity for neon apatite. This is truly, truly rare. And of everything we've got, it's big, it's bold. And I said, this is amazing, a great price. And so they negotiated this, and they decided to do this. I didn't know this price till we came out here today, what they were actually gonna do.
Well, and just so you know, the price ends in 2.5 hours if there's any left. So I wanna be clear so everybody knows, for what everybody knows. This is, you remember I started the show 2 hours ago. I said there are 4 items you've got to buy. We've already done 2 of them. There are 2 more. This is one of them. And then of course the final item of the show, which we are not revealing under any circumstances, because you will buy it before we even get there and then we'll have nothing to do. It'll just be us sat here talking about the weather.
Well, I could talk about Britain.
No, please don't, Jay. No, please don't.
Okay, let's get
That's the last thing I need to hear right now. Folks, thank you for all of your orders. A lot of you just jumped onto it. We'll tell you more momentarily, I promise you. We have to spend a moment here, though, because this was a pick for so many of us backstage when we were going through the show. Again, we love our turquoise. We love the variety of turquoise. We're talking Angel Peak. Now, for bang for your buck, Jay, this is a kind of sweet spot necklace. I love the shape, I love the size, I love the drama. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's the Goldilocks necklace to me.
Well, you know what I love of this? Okay, it's got good substance to us. Okay, it's big, it's a classic. This is Angel Peak, and this particular turquoise, again, I don't have an exclusive on this, it comes out of Chile. This is one of those mines, though, that I named. And I named it.
You named Angel Peak?
I named Angel Peak, and this is how it all came about. You have to understand, this is, I would say it's over 12,000 feet. And we were talking about it that day. If you're a pilot,
yeah.
We have a saying that says that you popped out, you're on top.
What
right?
does that mean?
That means, like, say the clouds are low,
yeah.
and they're, or you have a cloud base, right? And you're flying up through the clouds.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you've ever flown, you get vertigo and stuff when you're flying through clouds, but you're flying through the clouds, and then all of a sudden, bam, you pop up on top, right? And you're out on top, and then you're just like on a sea of clouds.
Wow,
it's so cool,
magical.
right? And it's called being on top, popping out.
Okay.
So we were on this mountain where the turquoise is, and it had that phenomenon. We were so high up that the cloud base was just right there that day. Not always, but it was right there below us.
At that moment.
So we're on a mountain, and there's not much of a mountain left, and there's nothing but a sea of clouds like this, just white, fluffy clouds. Looking at that, and I said, you know what? If you look really hard, I bet we could see some angels, or we're gonna pretty soon. I think we probably might be seeing angels.
You're a poet,
and
Jay.
So then we thought, and then there's the peak.
Angel Peak.
There you go.
Here it is.
So here's what makes this. That's where I came up with the name. Now, what's unusual about this material? This Angel Peak material usually is a very, very high blue, and it's very, very clear. Sometimes it's high blue and it's got like a gold matrix in it. This was the material. The first thing we do when we bring the material in is we sort it all by size. We have these huge screens, and all the rough material goes on the screens, and they shake it, right? And they've got different size screens, and so the material shakes down through it. So at the very bottom, you've got the biggest material, right? Or the smallest material. And then the medium material, medium, bigger, bigger. The large material, because it's all on the big squares, the big cubes.
Yep.
So all the biggest material stays at the top.
Okay.
So it goes, that's why you shake it.
Okay.
So it goes down. So all the very bottom is the smallest material. That's how we sort it by size. Then those all go in those 5-gallon buckets I was telling you about. Then, as they get time, not right then, but as they get time, they lay those out on tables, on sorting tables, and they go through and they start sorting those by color. That's why this was sorted by color. And you could see it all had that certain matrix or something like that with the material, and that's why it went in those buckets. And then what I do is I go through and I pull those buckets and I decide what I can make from that. And that's why I came up with this. I love this though because it's a very different color.
I love it.
From that, it was very standout. It was sorted by color, and this is a blue, but it's got a very unique matrix to it. It's got like a red, and then it's kind of got like a tealy with like a gold spider web through it. It's really kind of unique. We didn't have a lot of material. A lot of material for me is like if you got 20 tons.
Right.
Okay, that's a lot of material for me. Anything less than that is not a lot of material. And so we decided to do something really kind of special. And they've done this, I come in really hard, just so you know. It takes about, on this, I'm just eyeballing it, but I can guarantee it probably took about 5 or 6 pounds of the natural rough material. And this is all the natural color to be able to cut one of these necklaces.
It's not my job to play favorites, and I really never should, but we all have our personal favorites and things that we see that we maybe like a little bit more than others. This is gorgeous. I mean, I like
the size of it.
Right, it is, but Jay, just to me, the variety that's in there, the colors, the shades.
It's got colors, and the cool thing about this is everybody, we could show you, we have probably 3 or 4 of them here. Laura's got one on her neck, and you'll see that everyone that we show you, they're all the same concept, but they're all, since they're cut from the natural rough, they're all going to be a little bit different. There are no 2 of these that are going to be identical.
I can't recommend it enough. For $119, you'll love that, I promise. We have a lot going on, and I always want to invite you to shop with the HSN credit card. If you do, lots of advantages and perks. If you apply right now, you could get $20 off your first J. King purchase. That would be nice. Call 1-800-695-1418. And also, if you're shopping with your HSN credit card, you get an extra flex pay. One of the wonderful things about live TV is that things change all the time, okay? All the time. Things are happening in response to what's going on, and
it's live.
And it's live, as if you can't tell with Jay and I. They can't edit any of this out. We're going to do the this day only right now, just to get it sold out, because from the 60-second mention, we sold over 600. Producer Rick, how many did you say are now left? Okay, we have at this moment a little over 1,500 before it's completely gone. So it will all be sold out within the next 5, 6, 7 minutes at the absolute most. I've certainly made no bones about it. You have to get this. It's the finest appetite you'll ever see, in my opinion. I remember when Jay launched it. It was a world launch earlier this year, I believe back in August. I even remember what Jay said to me, and I hope, Jay, you won't mind me saying, because you had the coral version, correct?
Right.
There was coral and there was an appetite, and I think I was working with Jay in the afternoon, and I came in, and Jay said he loved the coral, but he really went gaga over the appetite. And I'm thrilled that we get to present it right now. Just to clarify, because I'm gonna let Jay run wild with this will be sold out in the next 5 minutes. It's $99. It's Jay's most popular necklace of the year. This is the last ever chance to be able to own this necklace. There are, although I won't spend a lot of time here, if you want the cuff was $385. It's $199. I have about 150 left. If you want the earrings were $145. They are $69.95. I have about 200 pairs of those. So these will be gone in moments as well. Jay, for the limited amount of time that we've got, this is not normal.
This is so abnormal, it's crazy. And the price that they're doing these at, okay, but here again, this, of all the appetites that I do, and this is the finest. This is even, to me, personally, this is even better grade than even the neon appetite. And you're getting, this is the worst light in the world to show materials.
That's our excuse for Jay and I.
No, I'm just telling you, stage lighting is, in all honesty, the worst way to show you jewelry.
Yep.
And do you see how cool it looks here? Can you imagine when you get this in natural light, when you bring this in, this talks to you. It has inner glow. It has that chatoyancy, that sparkle. That's all natural. There's nothing done to this. This is absolutely the finest appetite that I've ever done. I loved it. Like I said, we sold through this. This is kind of the last of the remaining. You can't even get this, right? There is no more of this. I've already, they wanted to actually do something else with this. They wanted to actually do more material because it ran so well.
Right.
We just had the remaining what we had, so that's why this is here. This is why we're doing. We cut the last of what we have. I can't even get this material. Look at this on Laura. Okay. Now, you have to understand, she's in the same bad lighting that we're in. Okay, really. Okay, I'm just telling you the truth.
No, it's the truth.
No, stage lighting is stage lighting. I tell you what, if we could walk outside right now, well, it wouldn't be good because it's dark. Yeah. Okay, but if
we might look better.
If tomorrow morning for breakfast, you guys want to come with me, and Laura and Adam will both invite them to breakfast. Laura can bring this and wear this, and we will photograph this, and you'll go, wow. Yeah. I'm just telling you, mark my words. When you pull this out of the box, okay, when you pull this out of the box and you don't go, wow, I would be like shocked. Because as good as it looks here, when you get it in real light, in natural light, it just, I don't know how to tell you, it almost doesn't even look real. That's how cool it is. That's how bright and shiny and sparkly, and it's chatoyant. And that's all the crystals that are growing there. You could actually see the patterns in there. Do you see the crystals and stuff? That's all natural. I see it. It looks like actually somebody has taken really cool, bright foil, and then they poured plastic or something over it. You know what I mean? Yes. And made this faux look. So do that. That's all natural. We have not done anything to this at all. You can see the beads in between where they're really small, where you can really see some of the light passing through it like that. Do you see how that bright? It's even nicer than neon apatite. It just talks to you. It's just incredibly gorgeous. And I can't believe this price. For us to actually, even at the original price, which was in the almost 170, it was I think 169.
It was very, very competitive.
Okay, that was for me to do that's me working mind direct with nobody in between, us cutting it, us doing everything, and then selling it directly here to you, right? That's no middleman. That's just us directly doing it to you. And that was just an unbelievable price. Nobody else could even have done that, to be honest with you. Just no way. There's no competition. There's no way anybody could have done that. Unless they're doing it exactly the way I did, where they went direct. They're doing everything that I'm doing. So that being said, this right here, even if that price was a crazy value, good value, this is literally a giveaway value. This is one of those things, you'll never, number one, you'll never see this material ever again from me. If you did, it would be years from now or whatever. The first thing they would have to do is find it again.
Right.
You know, they find appetites. In fact, they're in Tucson. I'll meet with them, and they got a couple of new things they want to show me. But this isn't one of them. You know what? I've been trying to get this material now for almost a year and a half, trying to see if we could get any more rough so that I could actually do some more things and cut some other things and even incorporate into designs. I have 0 rough left. After we did the rest of this project, that's it. I used every bit of every bit that I've got.
With everybody on the phone line, and let me tell you, there's over 1,300 people ordering. The necklace is down to 500. The cuff is down to less than 4 dozen. And if it's 40, you say, of the earrings are nearly gone, so I'm going to put the earrings down.
There will be no more of these guys. There are no more. You're not going to see this again, okay? When this is gone, it's gone. It's just like rainbow calsilica. It's gone.
It's so special. It's so significant.
Well,
and
if you look at the cuff, look at the cuff there. And he's not really, and here again, not to sound like a broken record,
please,
but this is the worst lighting that we could show. Even if I had a flashlight or something like that, that would be really cool.
I'll bring one in the future.
And it would, and if you could see that, you get more of a natural light. You would see this you would see the depth of color there. You can see in the necklace.
Look.
You see that? So where it's that chatoyancy, that amazing chatoyancy, that gleam, that glow. It really is a very special, unique apatite. And apatites aren't cheap. And here's another thing with apatites, to tell you the truth, guys. Normally when you saw apatites with me before, which was the neon stuff, it was real small material.
Right. Not like this.
These are huge crystals, man. Massive crystals.
The earrings just sold out. They are on wait list. It's worth doing that if you want a chance of being able to get it. The cuff is about to go. Of course, the #1 bestseller is the necklace. There's not really enough words. This is Jay's best-selling necklace of 2019.
This was the one, and then the comments, everybody that got it was
adored it.
And they didn't pay that price for it. So, I mean, it's not only an amazing material, it's not only an amazing design, but this is just a crazy, crazy price. Just crazy, special. And they're doing this, not me. Okay, I could never.
You're generous, Jay, but this is
I'm
getting
generous,
silly.
but they're the ones that are doing it. I'm not going to take the credit for it. They came up with this price. I never even thought it would be that low.
Right.
To be honest with you, I thought when they were going to put it on sale, they'll put it on special. I thought it was going to be like $129.
Right.
To be honest with you,
which would be fantastic.
I thought it would be $129.95 or something like that, which would have been a crazy, crazy price. So when I saw this number, I said, "Wow, that's pretty crazy."
And everybody's saying wow along with us. 400 left. 400 left. If you want it, you must dial immediately or go online at hsn.com. This is Jay's final 30 minutes of 2019, the last show of the decade. Now, imagine you're on a roller coaster. We've just hit the kind of peak of the roller coaster. The next 30 minutes, we're all downhill. Everything that we're going to show you is hit after hit after hit, and of course the big finale, the big climax will happen at 9:50 East Coast time. Jay and I will reveal the final Jay King selection of 2019, taking us in to a new decade and out of this one, and it is not only a killer deal, it's an absolutely superb, significant, superior piece of jewelry that will melt your heart when you see it. I know you're going to want it, and I don't want you to be mad at me when it sells out fast, because it will sell out real quick, like this one is. Jay, the color is a winner. We love this shade. We love this color. It's flattering on any skin tone.
If you look at the uniqueness of this, and again, you've got everything going for it. Okay, but you have the uniqueness of the rough material. This comes from Madagascar. The color, the quality of the rough material. And here again, I've never seen, this is even to me, I think that this is superior to even neon apatite. I think it's even superior to that. I've only seen it this one time, and here again, we bought the stope. I bought the entire load that came out of this. There is no more. We have been, for a year now, I've been attempting to get more rough, and I haven't been able to do it.
If you do want the matching cuff, this is the last chance. The appraised value is nearly $400. Our price for the big finale show is $199.95.
Even if the cuff, you see the massive amount of silver. Again, these are all made one at a time. This is all sterling silver sheet material. Okay, think of how custom this is. All of the sheet material, all the silver. I mean, we have even the silver is custom made so that we can give it to the silversmiths to custom make the design. I don't know if you can get more custom than that, okay? So even your materials are custom made, other than what Mother Nature, she provided, like in the apatite, that's her custom job. But the silver, think about how crazy that is, okay? And we actually have to have the sheet silver for our silversmiths custom made for us so that we could give it to them to make the jewelry.
Thank you for all of your orders. We'll let you know when it's officially gone down to the final 150 to 200 or so in the necklace. Coming up in a few moments, a clearance deal. Yeah, I won't tell you what it is, but we have a clearance deal. In lieu of doing a 5 in 5 this hour, stick around to see what that's going to be. Only 29 minutes left with Jay King. I want to share with you this because it is brand new and completely exclusive. It's a cuff of a different type. This time we're looking at turquoise married together with the always desirable lapis. We love that midnight blue, very special. I only have 70 available in the cuff, and of course the lapis and turquoise necklace, 18 inches all the way to 20 3/4. Jay, you do this combination a fair few times because it just works so well.
I got to tell you, there's just certain things that go together in life.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and chocolate. Right?
Peanut butter and chocolate. It's true.
Okay. Well, this is the peanut butter and chocolate
of jewelry.
Right? I mean, there's just certain combinations that I've been doing my entire career, and turquoise and amber is another one.
Indeed.
You can never go wrong. Okay. What makes this so unique and so different is the quality and the grade of the materials, plus the designs. Uniqueness of the designs, but the quality and the grade of the materials that are in. This is Campitos turquoise. And it's not just Campitos, this is a last to the blue ice material. You know, like I said, I believe, I don't know of anybody else that has the variety and amount of turquoise that we have.
Right.
But there are turquoises just like this. We got the last 2 loads that came out of the Campitos mine before they closed it. I'm down to the wire on my blue ice. And this is, if I didn't tell you what it was, you would swear this was Sleeping Beauty.
Well, I was just going to say.
Okay, you look at the clarity of this. Do you know how you can tell it's Campitos, though?
How?
If it has any matrix in it, this is pretty cool. Let me point this out. Let me pour this for you. That's why I bring these specimens. Do you see this? Do you see where, like, okay, see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Can you see that?
See this right here? In this, I don't know if you, how you can tell it's, see that with in the Campitos, you see that right there?
Yeah.
Okay, if you see any matrix in that, that right there is what you would call fool's gold. It's iron pyrite, but Campitos is the one that has that in there. And it's silver, it's not gold. So it's not fool's gold, it's fool's silver.
Oh my gosh.
But if you see any matrix in this, and that's how you can tell it's Campitos. And it's not, a lot of this material, to tell you the truth, what they're doing is, I know for a fact they're selling it as Sleeping Beauty. No. But they're not selling it on TV as Sleeping Beauty, but they're selling it in the market as Sleeping Beauty for anybody that has any of this material. And they're getting Sleeping Beauty prices for it. Not everybody, but I do know of a couple of people that are doing that, and that is very naughty, but they are doing it. I love this. Look at the design on this, very contemporary, especially this cuff. Is this wild? And here again, gallery pieces. Okay, what else does it have going for it? It's got this beautiful grade A lapis. This is Afghani lapis. This material, you mark my words, man, we're down to the wire. If you bought the December TS, you know, and got the lapis version, I made a lot of people mad. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of people. Why? Number one, that's the first time we didn't deliver. That thing sold out in one
because there wasn't enough, right?
One area. We couldn't even make the whole amount that they wanted. I burnt through, because I had to even use all my AA, AAA, anything of size.
Right.
So the lapis I'm left with is I can cut some cabs and stuff. Next year, you're not going to see a lot of lapis from me. And then I doubt in 2021, you might not see anything at all. I mean, in lapis. And I don't, you know what? I kept thinking that it's going to change.
Yeah.
I kept thinking. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a lot of lapis out there.
Right.
There is. But there's not lapis in this quality.
And that's the quality
and what
that you want.
what you're going to start seeing, if you see it from other people, you're going to see a lot of enhanced lapis material, where they've taken light material and then they've made it really dark blue. I'm already starting to see it happen.
You know, it's so important to buy the real thing and to have a trusted source, and that's why I think a lot of us just love the fact that we can buy with safety and security, knowing that you're getting it from J and HSN. It's a perfect combination. I'm very conscious of the time. We have, at this moment, about 24.5 minutes left, and we've got a lot to squeeze in. Still to come, a special clearance deal, new mine finds, and of course the finale item that is, I'm just itching to get there, and you'll understand why when we do get there. Trust me, it's worth your while. First things first though, take a look at this. So popular whenever Jay does this. This is going to be not one, but two bracelets, kunzite and turquoise together. I want to tell you, and there's only the 8-inch version available at this point. A lot of these have already been spoken for. I have the earrings and I have the ring available. Jay, I love when you do these, because what's better than one? Two is better than one, right?
Right. And you want to hear the funny story about this?
Please, go on. This one's not X-rated or anything?
No, it's not. But you know, the thing is I think, you know, what's really cool is I can actually tell these stories because it's my life. It's what I do, right?
It's real.
Okay. Do you remember when we did the butterscotch amber and Cloudy Mountain?
Indeed.
That looked like this, right? This Panther League bracelet, right? And then we had the other option was in thulite and nephrite, remember?
Yes,
as a today's special.
I do.
Okay. This was the original sample, and this is what I made. Okay,
no.
So look, I made this. They ordered it, right? They ordered it, and so we made. There's a couple hundred of these. Anyway, I saw the design. Well, when they were in a buyer's meeting, several people in the buyer's meeting, and the people that I'm not going to name names, but up the ladder. Let's just say, let's say way up the ladder. Okay, we're in that meeting, and they went gaga over this, and they just went crazy over it, and they said, okay, this has to be a today's special. Right. And so that's how it got chosen as a today's special. Now, I cannot do it in kunzite and hit the price, you know, that they wanted to hit.
It wasn't possible.
It just wasn't possible. So, but now we had already built this for the show. So there's only, guys, there's not thousands of these. There's a couple hundred, but that's the only couple hundred that are ever going to be made. And I don't even have this turquoise anymore. You couldn't even buy the, you couldn't make it. I have turquoise that looks like this, that I could, you know, like maybe some Chilean material, but this is Cloudy Mountain. So you couldn't even buy it. You couldn't
I didn't
even
know this story, Jay. This is what it was born from.
This was the design.
The origin.
Which is really, so this was the design that everybody went crazy on the design. They just loved it. But, you know, we couldn't do it
in the numbers that you needed.
No, and not in kunzite. Number one, I couldn't get the amount of material. And also kunzite, this is kunzite, natural kunzite, guys. This is not cheap. You can see, look, it comes in crystals. See the crystal? Yeah. Now you have to understand this. This is part of out of my specimen, but this is a kunzite crystal, and all I've done there is just buffed it. But you see that? Look at the crystal, and that's what this is made out of. This is all the natural. And you know what? I bring this rough material to show you what it looks like. Do you know I have people that bring me stuff all the time, and they'll bring me cabochons or they'll bring me beads, and they'll tell me, you know, you want to buy it? And I say, oh my God, this looks fabulous. Yeah. And they'll go, yeah. And I said, so you're mining this? Oh yes, absolutely, we're mining it. I said, okay. And so I tell them, well, you know, I don't buy finished product. And they go, well, you know, we've got these beads, you know, we want to cut. And I said, okay, well, I need to see the rough. And then they get this blank look on their face.
The blood drains from the face.
And they go, and I never see them again. And it's happened to me hundreds of times. And that's why I bring this here, because I'm the real deal. I show you that's what we're cutting it from. And the reason they can't show it to you is that either A, they're not mining it, they're not source, or B, they're enhancing it, and they don't want to show me the rough, because the rough, and that's why I can show you this. You can't enhance that rough, right? You enhance the final product. Right. That's what you enhance. You don't enhance this, you enhance that.
Thank you for all of your orders. We're counting you in. Sold out now if you want that beautiful
I would buy
bracelet.
this just for the kunzite. I'm telling you, go out, go to any jewelry store and see if they even have kunzite, even the high end. I'm not going to mention some of the people that will have it. Look at the price of it. You're going to see it in gold, guys. You're never going to see it in silver, I guarantee you. And you're going to see little teeny tiny
not like this.
and facets. You're not going to see it this size. Okay.
If you're somebody that does like matching pieces, these will not be on the air again. It is $69.98 for the earrings, and the ring is only $74. So definitely add it to your order. We're doing the extra flex pays, and we've got our return policy, which is always in force, of course. Buy with confidence. 19 minutes left, everyone. 90. Oh, I think it's the clearance deal next. It's the I was waiting for this one. All right, we're going to reveal our clearance deal. It's going to be super fast. I will tell you, it's beautiful garnet, not just regular garnet though. And, well, I'll let Jay tell you, but it's Red Sea Bamboo Coral, $89.95. Producer Rick, I forget, how many of these were available again? Oh, forget it. It's 400. Okay.
If you get this, okay. Mark my words, this is like wearing silk.
Can I feel this?
And it's cool. It's cool. But when you put, it's woven.
Right.
But when you put this on, and it literally feels like silk.
Oh my.
Let's get Laura. She'll tell you.
Look how substantial it is, Jay. It's three-dimensional.
Okay, but this is garnet. It comes from Madagascar. They actually, it's very interesting. You can see it's a beautiful raspberry red. Very beautiful, and then we combine that with the coral. But they actually crochet this. They cut the beads from the natural garnet crystals, and then I have 12 ladies, and I'm not saying we've actually tried to train a couple of we train anybody who wants to learn.
Right.
And I have 12 women that can do this. I could never do this. They sit there, and I can crochet.
Oh, okay.
Because I was a cosmic cowboy hippie type in college, and I used to make crochet and do all kinds of stuff, flower pot stuff and all that. I did macrame, all that. I'm multi-talented, master of none, but many talents. And so I know how to use a crochet hook and stuff, and I couldn't do this. Laura, is that comfortable? Very comfortable. It's really funny, huh? It just feels almost kind of like
200 left
around your neck. It's just really, truly amazing. But here again, this is stupid. The price is stupid. Do you know, even at the original price on this, that was pushing it.
Yeah.
This is a lot of labor, guys. This is a lot of labor. I did it in turquoise, I did it in lapis, and I did it in this garnet. I think I did it in peridot too. Every single one of them sold out. This was the last of the last that we had that was in garnet. And we never really got to spend any time on this, but this is just a ridiculous, ridiculous price. You couldn't do it for this. You couldn't cover your labor. There's no way in heck that you could build this and sell it for that price. It's just unbelievable. If I told you just what the 2 3/4 inch, what our finding costs with this finding, and we manufacture these, what that costs, you would probably go, what? That's crazy.
Right.
But this is an art, and it just feels so amazing. And they're crocheted, so this is three-dimensional. This is solid, like when you feel
Yes, it is. It's solid.
It's solid.
Not flimsy.
But, okay, think about it solid, but look at how flexible this is.
Yeah. I've never seen a piece like it.
Is that crazy or what?
It's just unexpected, because from the picture, Jay, I couldn't tell it was like that.
Well, not only that, think about this, okay? I got 12 ladies that can actually do this. How many of these do you think they can do in a day? Okay, so to even make these, you're looking at months that I have to have 12 of my people just doing this.
Dedicated
right? They get
to
up
this.
every morning dedicated to that. It's even that to do a quantity of it. It's not like you're going to make 10,000 of these.
Right.
Well, you could, but I might be talking to you.
It'd be the next thing.
Yeah, in 2 or 3 years, maybe be talking to you.
Oh, thank you for your orders. It's about to sell out. Do not hang up. 5 flexible payments of $17.99. What a winner. What an absolute winner that is.
And I got to tell you, that's another one. When you get it home, okay, you mark my words, you'll never regret that purchase.
Okay, we are less than 5 minutes away before we say goodbye to Mr. Jay King for 2019 and say goodbye to Jay for this decade. What will the finale item be to round out this decade? I cannot wait to show you. Moments away, we still have to share this though. Do you know, from the moment this hit our website at hsn.com at our sale price of $139, it's been selling on and on and on every single hour. We are down to the final few. I have the earrings available. This is bigger, folks. This really is bigger than it even looks. Customer pick status. We're talking about Amazonite again, Jay. This is the bright, cheery, happy. There's so many words to describe it, but it's why you fall in love with Amazonite.
Well, this, though, is a very unique and special Amazonite. This is that Peruvian material. Like I said, in February, I will meet him again. This looks, if I didn't tell you this was Amazonite, you would think it's Peruvian blue opal. I can show you, in fact, we have actual footage of me shopping Amazonite in Tucson. And if you look at it, it's green, and it's more of a tealy green, or they call it tropical Amazonite, or there's all kinds of different colors, names for it and stuff, but it's not blue. This is a high blue. There you go. I didn't know that they had that. Okay, that is typically what Amazonite looks like. Right. That is Amazonite. All that's Amazonite rough that I would buy. Now, okay, does that even remotely look like this? No. That's what I'm saying. And that is stock, that's standard, that's the natural rough. That's normally what Amazonite looks like. It's more of a green color. This is blue.
It is.
And it's
all day long.
It's the nicest even form of blue, very soft. But it's a very, very clean blue. It looks like a blue opal is what it looks like. Comes from Peru. There's not a lot of material. This was just some of the nuggets. And then to incorporate it, to give it a little, it's actually multifunctional. The spinel is faceted, which is a form of hematite. The little 4 millimeter, 3 millimeter spinel beads, they're hard, very, very hard because it's hematite. And then it's been faceted so it sparkles, but it also acts as pivots. So when you string it, it pivots between the nuggets, so the nuggets aren't rubbing together, so you don't have to worry about them breaking, right? It actually makes it lay better, and when you put it on, it makes it smooth out and it have that waterfall effect.
It's the look that you want to go for, and you can see that, and it plays so well with anything where you just want that accentuating, finishing touch. That's what this will do. 3 minutes. It's happening in 3 minutes. 3 minutes to be ready to do it. It might be on your laptop or on the telephone, or if you've got your computer up and running, hsn.com, but you've got to be there. We're going to do it in 3 minutes time. 2 hours has culminated in the next 3 minutes when we reveal Jay's final item of this decade, something that I know you will want, but only a few handfuls of people will be able to get. It's an amazing opportunity. Now, notwithstanding, the earrings on this collection are now nearly sold out completely. The earrings are $69 and change. Lengthwise, just so you know, the necklace is 18 inches up to 20 3/4. Jay, this to me makes me think of not dreary, snowy, wintry weather outside, but a more summery, springtime feel.
I always get, I'm a Caribbean soul, so it gives me that Caribbean feel for it.
It does.
You know what I love with these earrings, though? But even if you wear okay, can you imagine? And my wife wears her hair long. Right. You know, she has beautiful blonde hair, and she has beautiful long blonde hair. And my wife, I love these kind of designs for her because the fact is, the biggest thing that you get lost, if you got short hair or a shorter hairstyle, or you wear your hair in a ponytail or you wear it back, any earrings, I mean, these would look fabulous.
Of course.
I mean, you're definitely going to get noticed. But if you do want to wear your hair a little bit longer, or you've got longer hairstyle, what is the biggest challenge? You could have the most gorgeous, you could have 10-carat diamond studs.
You won't see them.
Nobody's going to even know that you got 10-carat diamond studs. Something like this, though, they're actually made. They've got that dangle effect, so you've got some mass to them. But the way that they're made and their weight on this, we also, just so everybody knows, this isn't going to be like a lead weight on your earlobe. Okay, they're you can feel them. They're dense, but they're not, and they're big and they're bold, but they're not going to be drooping. I mean, you're not going to be walking around one-sided on them. They're very, very. We actually have people that wear test these. To be honest with you, yeah. Do you know that there is not a single design that we put out that once we do design and we start getting production, that we do the first say 12 or 20 just to kind of work them out. Right. Then they're sent in, and we have people that wear them all day long. Right. Or maybe even we'll wear them for a week, and then we correct it. Like if we have maybe something that's reversible, that when you reverse it, it doesn't reverse right, or maybe that it's too heavy. Do you know a lot of designs we cancel out if we can't correct them? But like you don't want earrings where you constantly have to take them off, so that especially if you're working in an office and you're using the phone, or you're on your cell phone. Well, you don't want something where you have to remove it, right? Same thing with rings. We try to make everything. Bracelets, can you put them on or do you need a crew? I mean, if you need a crew to follow you around,
it's no good.
To put on, if you can't put it on by yourself, we nix it. So just so you know, everything's tried and true.
The moment has arrived. The final show.
This is a great way to end off the year.
Jay, I don't want to do it. There's so much that's been built into this. Folks, when I show it to you and we reveal the price, my best advice is to immediately dial. I want Jay to tell you everything. For the final item of this decade, celebrating HSN's, truly one of HSN's, if not the most beloved jewelry line of all time, we are presenting surely the world's finest when it comes to tiger's eye, when it comes to dark blue hawk's eye, when it comes to red tiger's eye, the rarest with brown tiger's eye, an astonishing 33.5 inches. There is a necklace available for $129. Immediately, I want to show you up close because this is going to blow you away with the look, the feel, that magical essence to it, and of course the bracelet available. Jay, I'm so excited.
The quality of this. Okay, and let me tell you something. The reason I wanted to end this off.
Tell me.
Is, okay, we did this initially about 4 shows ago, and this has it all. It has it all. This was what I call an opportunity buy. It was an opportunity of something that you just don't get in this quality. You're not able to do it for, well, we even did it for a much higher price than this, okay? We brought this on one time before earlier, about 3 shows ago, and we sold completely out of it, and I mean in like, not even a nanosecond, right? It blew out. My buyer, because it ran at such a crazy rate, you know, they do it by the minute, how much it runs by the minute. They were just, you know, gaga, and they said, oh my gosh, we gotta bring that back. I said, no. Okay, and they said, no, you don't understand. I said, no, you don't understand. I said, I can't. I said, that was an opportunity buy. I can't do that again. There's no way. I can't get it for that price. I can't get that material for that quality, those colors. There's no way I can do it. That was a one-shot deal. Absolutely not. I went to the guy. They really, really insisted. I went back. I literally groveled. Okay, it was disgusting.
You go to so many lengths for us, Jay. I love it.
It was pretty disgusting. I mean, I literally groveled and said, look, can you do me a favor anyway? And I got little less than a half of what we had last time. Right. And he said, that's it, I can't do it anymore. And to be honest with you, they're not making money, okay? This is not a money deal. I mean, this is really, for this quality, and if you look at this, look at the intensity. We've sold you tiger's eye before.
Sure.
Look at the intensity of the vibrancy of the colors. Look at the chatoyancy in this, the cat's eye effect of this. But every single bead has that. And look at the red. Okay, so here's what makes this so unusual, so unique, so different. Not only the size of this, and I think the biggest bead on here is something like 22 millimeters.
I'll check, but it's big.
Yeah, it's 22 millimeters, I believe, and I believe it goes up to 6.
Yes.
22 millimeters, that's a huge bead to cut. And then the length of this, the whole thing, but it's got everything that you can imagine going for it. So what do you have here? Okay, so you have the golden tiger's eye. This is the most predominant of the colors of the materials. You got the blue tiger's eye, which is rare, but it's the second most predominant. The red is absolutely the rarest of these 3 colors. Now, these are the 3 primary colors of tiger's eye. The only other thing you could have done, and it would have looked out of place, plus I didn't have the material, so I couldn't have done it. Anyway, I couldn't have created it, is the bronze tiger's eye. Plus, I think it would have been out of place.
I agree.
But with these 3 colors, so you've got all 3 colors of the
precious.
Of the tiger's eye.
Oh my gosh.
You've got, but what makes it so crazy is the absolute stunning quality of this material. The chatoyancy, usually when you're seeing this quality of material, you only see it, they only use it for cabs. They don't cut beads out of it, and they sure don't give you any kind of discounts for it. They won't, you know, they just, this quality of the material is the material that's the upper 5%, upper 10% of what they harvest. And this is select, they kept, you know, they didn't have to do this for me. Even when I got the first one, you know, like when I bought it,
Last chance, everyone.
It was an opportunity buy. And when I sold it the first time, which people realized that it blew out, they bought it so quick, literally in a flash. I mean, we blinked our eyes. It didn't last even 2 or 3 minutes. It was gone. And the run rate was through the roof. And so I told everybody at that time, look, this is an opportunity to buy. You'll never see this again. Okay, so I'm not going back on my word. I'm just saying that I never thought we were going to be able to do this. We didn't even come close to doing what they wanted, which was the original amount that we did. So, but he did agree to do to sell me enough to do about half that. The bracelet is left over. We did the bracelet the first time we did it. We did it in 2 sizes. We did it in a big size. We did it in a smaller size, and this was the size that we didn't show. So we had already had this. I couldn't even have done this bracelet before. And then it's got like our little signature here. Again, same quality of material. You've got the red, you've got the blue, and you've got the golden tiger's eye. But it's not just the quality of the material.
Yes,
it's the actually it literally glow in the dark. Just the chatoyancy is over the top. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Just to have that bright, bright, bright pop. A lot nicer, to be honest with you, than any of the normal tiger's eye that we do as far as the chatoyancy. And we do really super high grade for what we do. This is even higher grade than that.
But Jay, everybody has a fascination, it seems, with tiger's eye, and that's why I wasn't surprised when I saw that this was the last item of the decade for you. We love tiger's eye, but rarely do you see it like this, not a trio anyway.
Well, what you don't do is you don't see all 3 colors, but the biggest thing, like I said, I do high-grade tiger's eye, but this is really select.
Yes.
They get big bucks for this, right? This rough material, they get huge money for it. This goes into specialty pieces. You normally don't see it in beads, for number one. I mean, at all. I mean, you just don't see it in beads. And then also to have combined all 3 colors together, I just thought they just went so well together. And there's an equal amount pretty much of the golden, the blue, and the red. And again, the red is the most rare of these 3 colors. Red most rare, blue is the second most rare, and the golden is the most common. That's what you normally, when you see tiger's eye, that's the color you think of. But even normally, right, you see golden tiger's eye, it doesn't talk to you.
Not
right?
like this.
It does not like glow in the dark. It's not like where it's like you're holding it. It looks like it's radiating, right? This is really chatoyant.
Thank you for all of your orders. The final 100 of the bracelet. The necklace is now sold out completely. Jay, any New Year's resolutions?
I don't really make them because, to be honest with you,
keep them.
Well, no, I don't usually. I don't drink, so I don't remember them normally. Before I never remembered them when I did drink. And no, I got to tell you, I live a very good life right now, and so I really don't want to change anything. I guess my resolution is I hope things don't change.
Yeah, that's a good resolution.
Yeah. Now there's certain things in the world that I wish would change, but as far as my life, I'm happy.
The status quo is just fine.
I'm good.
Mr. J. King.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for an amazing, amazing year. I'm looking forward to next year already, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again in February, but thank you so much. And it wasn't for you appreciating our art and what we do, we couldn't do what we do, and I sincerely mean that. Thank you so much.
Jay, Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's always fun. What a great way to end it off.
Thank you, sir.
He's my brother. I love working with him. We have more fun. You ought to see off cameras. It's almost like comedy hour.
It's a blast, really. If there were cameras in the walls, oh my gosh.
It's almost like comedy hour. It could be a comedy routine. We should be getting paid.
Can you imagine? That would be the biggest icing on the cake, Jay, right there. That's where we're going wrong. I'm privileged to be able to give him this chance to close out Jay's amazing year. Happy New Year, everybody. Stay with me another hour after this. Thank you.
The List is your go-to guide for our favorite fashion and accessory finds of the week. We have the best styles handpicked just for you. Join us every Thursday night to see what made the list.
At Dial 10 Beauty, we believe in the confidence that lies within you. Every woman deserves to feel beautiful in a matter of a few minutes each day. That's why I created Dial 10. I want to give you beauty tools to create that feeling. My mission is to make you feel empowered, unstoppable, and unapologetically beautiful. Give me 10 minutes and I'll change the way you see yourself.
understand, every woman's skin is unique. We offer real beauty solutions for individual needs of real women, empowering women to achieve healthy, radiant-looking skin, backed by over 30 years' experience, made from important ingredients combined with advanced science for affordable skincare that truly works. Change the story of your skin and your life forever. Genuine beauty begins with skin.
Discover a world of beauty like you've never seen.